all of these songs, they all stand out. They're all very beautiful. They can all exist successfully as singles. And if Buju had decided that he wasn't going to go with the whole EP way and just drop singles for us from now till like October next year, I think these 7 songs can stand out. Hey guys, my name is Sarah and welcome again to another music review on my channel. I know I took a 2 weeks break. I know. Doesn't make sense. But have you noticed that every time I take a break from reviewing music, it means that a lot of songs drop? I don't know why. I don't know why that happens with me. But it happened because honestly, I'd been wanting to review this EP from the first day it dropped. But every time I listen to the EP, I'm like, okay, I'll review it. Just loved it so much and it was always on repeat, and the last thing I wanted to do was talk about it, but right now I have decided to talk about it. So I've seen a couple of tweets, I've seen a couple of messages, posts, people are saying, oh, the Buju EP, I'm not really feeling it, and in my head it's like, how is that possible? Even Buju himself had to go on Twitter to say that you should give it time, that he promises, that he knows that it's not the kind of EP you listen to and you just want to move your body. Yeah, well, true, but who listens to Buju music just because they want to dance, right? It's more than just dancing. It's like a whole package. It's like appreciating this artist for who he really is, because he's different. He's different from everybody. He's an artist that would say a word and it sounds absolutely different. He's an artist that you listen to the way he writes and you're thinking, how did he come up with this? And trust me, these are very basic things, but the way he sings them or writes them just are intriguing, you know. So I genuinely feel shocked when I hear people say they don't like Buju. And now Buju gave us how many tracks again? Buju gave us 7 tracks on the EP. Come off it. If you say that you listen to the EP and you don't like it, trust me, you definitely do not know music or understand it. Yes, I'm shading you. Yes, I'm throwing shots at you. Yes, you that said that you don't like the EP. Alright, don't mind me, I'm just kidding. But let us start off with the first track on the EP, Daniel Benson. So for people who do not know, Daniel Benson is actually Buju's real name. Weird and shocking, right? Because you don't expect Buju to be a Daniel. Talk less of a Benson as his surname, right? But yeah, that's his name. And a part of me actually feels that if he had come out as Daniel Benson instead of Buju, he still would have been big. Unlike people like me. Even if I mention my real name, just say, yeah, I'm not ready to blow. Okay, I'm just joking. Well, Sarah is my name, but even at that, I still have to tweak it. But it's not about me, it's about Buju. But yeah, I'm going to be stealing the words of someone who said that Buju's Daniel Benson is the best intro of a body of work that he has heard this year. And I'd like to agree, because I think unlike others who their first track is always like they're taking you on a journey, Buju's Daniel Benson, you're listening to it and it's like you've arrived somewhere. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, there's some projects, and we're not faulting that. I'm personally not faulting that. You listen to the first track on their project and it's like, okay, what's the next one going to be? What's the next one going to be? Like, it's taking you somewhere, right? But with Buju, you listen to Daniel Benson and you're like, okay, I came somewhere, like I am here already. And someone else who gave me this feeling was LIYA with ALARI on her ALARI EP. I did a review to that EP and I'm going to link it up here and in the description box as well, so you can go check that one out. But yes, Daniel Benson, Buju was literally writing a song about himself. I don't know what they call it. There's a word they call it musically. I don't know whether he's paying tribute to himself or whatever, but it's a beautiful one. And sometimes in my head I kind of like think I'm some Daniela Benson or something, because it's actually a really good one. And it used to be my favorite track on the EP up until recently, when Ogechukwu just stole my heart. I mean, the first time I heard Ogechukwu, right, I knew it was a wonderful song. Everything about it just gelled perfectly. And I tried to imagine how the music, how he decided to create music with Cavemen came about. And that's why I cannot wait to interview Buju on radio, because I want to know, of all people to put on your EP, why Cavemen? But then I was not disappointed. I had very high expectations from the first day he dropped the track list, but immediately I listened to the track, expectation missed, expectation surpassed, and it's like every time I listen to the track it gets even better. And to think that it actually has beautiful meaning. So for people who don't know, Ogechukwu literally means God's time. So they're basically trying to say God's time is the best. You know, for some people, a lot of people just found out about Buju this year, but at least I found out about him since 2019, and I know that people who are in Babcock or who were in Babcock have heard about Buju since like maybe some 2016, 2017. But now he say when people ask me how I do this, I tell them say na oge chuku we dey do and finish. It means that God's time is the best and God is really the one who settles it, which actually makes sense to me. But then just the way he came up with are you genuine on your body, he did something with settle down on this track, settle down, settle down. I actually thought he was speaking Igbo before till I realized that he was actually saying settle down, which is really part of the reasons that I really like Buju. And then the next track on the EP, Never Stopped, that's the second track on the EP, Never Stopped. He released that a day before the EP dropped. I don't know why, because a part of me wishes that he probably dropped Ogechuku first, just maybe it would have been bigger. But he released Never Stop. I'm not saying it's a bad song, it's a really good song, and he's talking about why people would expect him to stop now, that he didn't stop back then, why they're expecting him to stop now. So basically, we're thinking Burna Boy, like you listening to that EP, we're thinking Burna Boy. You know how Burna Boy writes songs and he's literally talking about himself or his journey or his whatever, like he's basically, when you say someone does conscious music, there's people who say, oh, they do conscious music, but their conscious music is societal or wherever. People like Burna Boy and Buju are most times always singing about themselves. I don't know if it's a narcissistic thing or because they just know that vibes they body, you know, they finish, or they just know that they have this talent. But then he spoke about he was speaking about how they're expecting him to stop now, that he has never stopped before, why is he going to stop now? And I think that it's a pretty inspiring message. So like I was saying earlier, it's conscious music, but not just conscious music for everyone, it's conscious music for people like himself. Keep on grinding, keep on moving, keep on working hard, and I think that it's a really, really good one. But then that takes me now to the third track on the EP, which is Kilometer. But who else has noticed what Buju low-key has been doing? It's like he's been changing or renaming some, what's his name, some Burna Boy music. First off, he called his track Outside, which didn't make it to the EP shockingly, hopefully make it to his debut album. But on Outside, and we all know that Burna Boy calls his fans outsiders, right? And Buju then writes a song called Outside. And now on the EP, there's a track called Kilometer. So there are conversations about Burna Boy's Kilometer versus Buju's Kilometer. Unfortunately, well, will I say fortunately? But actually, I do prefer Buju's Kilometer to Burna Boy's Kilometer. But that conversation can be thrown open here as well. So drop this in the comment section right now. Buju's Kilometer versus Burna Boy's Kilometer. Which one did it for you? But back to the track, I think this is like the only actual party track on the EP, because he was really talking about Bedu. You know, he was really talking about a party and turning up and showing them why he's here and how he has worked so hard to get to this, when he's on the speed, kilometer and all of that. It's a party track, it's a feel-good track, it's a basic feel-good track, and it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful one. Trust me, I say that if you've been listening to Buju's music and you listen to that one, you're going to be impressed, because I feel like he took it up a notch. Like it's not Buju's comfort zone per se. Plus, I think that every zone is Buju's comfort zone, but it's not the regular Buju that we've been hearing on hooks and that we've been hearing all through the years. So that is why I like that track. So now to the fourth track on the EP, Something Sweet. I think he was talking about himself. He was talking about how he has good vibes inside of him. He was talking about how, say if I drop people, like go feel am, I will give them. Like he's basically talking about himself and how much of a talent that he is. Studying Buju is actually quite interesting, because it's like you're watching this guy feel so good about himself, and you have to just keep telling him, ride on, because he has the sweetness, the vibes, he truly did body. Like it's not one of those people who are forcing it or faking it or trying to claim to be who they're not. This guy knows that he's blessed with this thing, and what he's gonna do is brag about it on his track, and what you and I are gonna do is dance to it and sing along with it. Sing along to it with him, and that's why I stand. Like I really, really, really like that track. So moving on from that one, the next track on the EP is Ogechuku. I already spoke about that in the beginning. I mean, if you've gotten to this part of the video, you know that Ogechuku is my favorite song on the EP. But I always try to do like a top 3 favorite, People always say that, oh, how you would know that an album or an EP is great is when you can't pick a favorite. I don't think it's possible to not be able to pick a favorite. Like, I've heard wonderful albums, wonderful EPs, and I always have my top 2, top 3, top 4 favorites, depending. But yes, before the end of the video, I'll be revealing my other 2 favorite songs on the EP. So after Something Sweet and Ogechuku, the next one is For Here. So For Here is a love song. So it's like he's talking to someone, talking about how a girl is wounding him, how he's going to give it to her today, how he's going to treat her right, and you know, thinking about all the things that they do. So it's not exactly a love song, but it's a song for, you know, it's a song for a man and it's a song for, he's writing for a girl that they did something together. The whole point of it is writing for a sexual partner. Yeah, I was just trying to say, but writing for a sexual partner, and I think that it's really cool because only Buju can pull up something like this, write a song for a sexual partner, and then it kind of like sounds like they are doing some inspirational music. But it's a good one, and I really like it. So if you want something to play for your partner, your sexual partner, to tease or whatever, I think Buju's For Here is definitely that track. After that one, the next track on the EP is I Do, and that is the final track on the EP. It's another pretty, well, I say inspirational track, so another track about himself. So let's say a message to himself. He's talking about how he'd rather be alone, how he has gotten to this point, how he has done everything to achieve his dreams and his goals. Like, do you want it as bad as I do? So it's basically like a self-conscious music, you know. It's for someone who has a vision, who is heading somewhere, and then you're just, you know, speaking to yourself and affirming, reassuring. It's more like a conversation with self. At least that's what I think by it. But if you don't agree, you know, you can let me know in the comment section. So all of these songs, they all stand out. They're all very beautiful. They can all exist successfully as singles. And if Buju had decided that he wasn't going to go with the whole EP way and just drop singles for us from now till like October next year, I think these 7 songs can stand out because they are all really, really good songs. Big shout out to the producers, big shout out to the guys who mixed and mastered, big shout out to Buju who wrote, of course, alongside other few songwriters. Big shout out to the team that worked on this project. It's definitely in my top 5 best projects that dropped this year, and I'm sure that by December, before the end of the year, definitely I'll be doing content. I'll be revealing my top 5 projects that were released this year, and I'm very sure that this one is going to make it because that's how much I really, really like it. I can't even fault anything. Like I said, Buju's music is that thing where no matter what he's singing about, no matter what he's saying, it would always make you feel good. And most times when he relates, it's even better. He's someone that I really enjoy listening to his music, and I would like to, you know, be in the studio when he's recording, because sometimes I imagine that whenever Buju is singing or recording in the studio, he's always just something sweet for my sister. Like, he's always just doing it so effortlessly because it's too day body, and he can't bother, but he can't try and struggle or bother to struggle. Like, he just relax and drop his thing because day body. But anyways, really, really like the EP, and I'm definitely going to recommend it for you. If I'm going to rate it over a 10, I'm giving it a 9. And then I'm sure you'll be thinking, why am I not adding the other one? Well, I don't even know. I just feel like being an Nigerian lecturer, because the truth is I can't even fault the EP. From the first song up until the last is beautiful, and it's a project that you keep repeating over and over again. And like I said, the only way you wouldn't like this music, you wouldn't like Buju's EP, 2 things. 1, you just don't like the music, or 2, you don't like his voice, and that's okay. There are people who don't like some people's voices, and so no matter what you do, no matter what they sing, no matter what they say, it will never make sense to them. Aside these 2, I don't see why anybody who loves music and who understands what rhythm and vibes should be like would say that you don't like Buju. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. But it's a great project. It's a great project. I can't wait to see more videos roll out. I don't even think there's any video from the song out as of right now, but I'm really hoping that he drops the video for Daniel Benson or Ogechuku. But you know how these guys are now, they'll surprise us by giving us something else, and that is perfectly okay. So it's time to reveal my top 3 songs on the EP. Are you ready? All right, here it goes. Ogechuku, Daniel Benson, and Kilometer. These are my favorite songs on the EP. If you've listened to it already, let me know in the comment section what your favorite song on the EP is. I would love to hear it. And of course, anything you'd like to say to me, drop it right now in the comments. I'd like to see that, okay? And don't forget that we're asking the question, Buju's Kilometer versus Burna Boy's Kilometer. Which one do you prefer? Anything you want to say, I'll be in the comment section reading and replying all of your messages. Thank you for the love that you're showing me on my channel. I really do appreciate. Remember that we are streaming good Afrobeat music. Don't go to something.com to download it. Go and stream it, right? So you can use free platforms like AudioMac and stream it. That is if you can't pay for monthly subscriptions, okay? Thank you for watching my channel today. I'll see you on my next video where we'll be reviewing more songs. For example, that Post Providence EP just dropped, so be expecting that shortly. I mean, it's Post music, yeah? Bye!